I'm still up. I slept a lot yesterday. I'm gonna work today. Hey y'all. So I made it through my first full day at home after I haven't had the gas pains that people were talking about. I kind of did a little stretch hit me. She is the cuddle. I forgot to show you guys this. It was for nausea. When the anesthesiologist came in, she asked me, had I ever had any problems with anesthesia? And I said, yes. Every single time I get a surgery, I wake up and I throw up. She was like, really? Okay, so we're going to get you some nausea meds and some other stuff. So they gave me this patch. And I will let you know what I'm struggling with when I keep saying my mouth is dry. They said the patch I should keep on for 3 days. If it gets too annoying for me, I keep it on for 24 hours. It's been 24 hours. I'm taking it off because just to eat, my mouth is super dry. Like, I have no saliva to get anything down. So they said it makes your vision blurred too. I think I'm okay. My vision already getting blurry, so I put my glasses on from time to time. But I just wanted to show y'all that I had that. I'm gonna go check on my brother. My brother stopped by. My mom and dad are in the kitchen, so I'm gonna go check on everybody. I've been trying to move a little bit today. Not like a whole lot, but I've been trying to move a little bit today. Okay, I'm hanging out in the kitchen with my family. Dad, mom, it's my brother.
So you count how much you lost.
It's just something with the water or something. You gotta make sure that. But she said people come and do it though.
I'm still up. I slept a lot yesterday. But I'm woke today. So my husband left for a second. I decided to come in here. I don't know why. He gave me something to eat earlier this morning. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I'm just in here looking for a snack, but this is the day after I can walk. I'm usually kind of walking like this. Don't ask me why I still have this on. We'll take it off. But I've been kind of hunched over a lot, and then it takes me a while, and I can kind of straighten. If you ask me what's hurting, then I would say I have like an incision here. Very squeamish. Then don't look. I'll just show the people that are not squeamish where they are. So I have one here, one here. I think it's one a little further down. I think he did something to my navel. I feel like I'm pregnant, y'all. Like, I feel like this is the day after a C-section. My daughter was like, oh, it looked like your belly grew while you were there. And I was like, yeah, he pumped me with some air. That's what it was. So anyway, let me go to the refrigerator before it starts beeping on me again. But another thing that's starting to happen is everything tastes nasty. My water tastes nasty. He brought me ginger ale. It tastes funny. I had a matcha today. It tastes funny. So it's kind of like, I'm not really eating a lot because I feel like my taste buds are just, ugh. Everything seems so gross. Mother-in-law. If you don't know me, sorry, refrigerator. If you don't know me, like me today, you don't follow me on TikTok or anything. My husband's African. He's from West Africa. His mother is here. We brought her here when my oldest daughter was born. And she's been here ever since. But she makes sauce. She makes like an African sauce. Spinach sauce is the one she sent us yesterday. So sometimes I eat that as like my little piece of green. I love salad. I can eat salad for breakfast and all that stuff. But I'm trying to go soft because I know that sometimes with salads it's harder to digest. So anyway, I'm gonna get me something to eat. I may lay down and look at a show. I have not fallen asleep today. Let me add that I do feel a little, I guess, lightheaded when I walk. I know I told you guys when I was in the when I first got up to come home, I was just like this. I kept leaning forward. I could not keep my balance. So it took everybody to hold me because I can walk. I just feel, again, I might be standing too long because I'm starting to feel a little lightheaded. So again, it takes time to heal. I know I'm up and moving and I should not be. But this is me, y'all. I told you when I had my girls, all C-sections, I ain't have no problem. When I had my middle daughter, I walked out the hospital. Like, we just walked. I pushed her in the stroller. As a matter of fact, pushed her in the stroller and we got on up out of there. For my last shower we did, and I was in a wheelchair, but I think it was just because they just put me in a wheelchair. But other than that, I usually bounce back, which is why I'm standing up. But I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm not going to do too much. I already know the things that can happen. I literally just came in this kitchen to make me something to eat. My husband's going to be mad because he's going to go, you could have waited for me to come back. But, you know, I'm trying to move a little bit and not be too much bed bound. But I'm going to go find me something to watch on TV. Maybe read a book or work on my little planning for the month of June. But we'll see. Okay, y'all, I'm about to take my first shower. I was told I could take a shower the next day, 24 hours after my surgery. It has been a little over 24 hours, and if you know anything about me, I love my showers. So I'm going to get in there. I have a removable shower head, so I'm going to try to use that instead of just submerging my whole body under there. I'll just wash and rinse the way that I can, but I am going to take a shower. I had purchased like a pack of gowns, t-shirt-like gowns from Amazon, so that's what I've been wearing in the bed, like little t-shirt gowns. I was just trying to keep away from, sometimes I sleep in like pajama short set, and I know the elastic and all that other stuff squeeze my belly, so I am in like t-shirt gowns. And then I'm going to put on lotion because, you know, when you have your surgery, you have to go dry. Basically, you have to use that soap and put nothing on, no deodorant or anything. So after my shower, I'm going to put some lotion on and relax and try not to fall asleep. I told you I haven't taken any naps today, but I have been in bed. So when I come back, I'm going to try to find something to watch on TV. But I just wanted to let y'all know, 24 hours until I could take a shower. Someone's doctor may say something differently, but for mine, he said 24 hours, you can take a shower. Hey y'all, so I made it through my first full day at home after surgery. Overall, things have gone well, except I'm struggling to clear my throat. I know that they put a tube down my throat. I hope I told you guys everything. I really hate when I record in snippets because I forget. But they did put a tube down my throat. They did that while I was asleep. Of course, they took it out while I was asleep. But she did say your throat may scratch a little bit. So I think that's what I'm going through. I'm trying to clear it, but I don't have enough strength in my belly to push the way I want. So I guess, you know, it's just going to be like that until I can get it down. So a recap of the day. Again, my experience. I've told you guys numerous times in this video that I've had multiple surgeries. And the reason I'm bringing it up, I'm not saying that I shouldn't be in pain, but, you know, maybe I have a higher tolerance since I've had C-sections and appendicitis and I've had cysts removed and all those things. I've been through several surgeries. So I kind of feel like, you know, I'm not at my worst. I only got up out the bed maybe twice today. I went into the living room. I already told you guys that I went into the living room to talk to my parents. And then I went back in the kitchen at one time, I think to get something to drink because my husband took my daughter to basketball practice. So I was in the house. Mommy, I want bad bombs. Okay. So, but anyway, so I'm going to go back and recap everything, but in case I forgot something. Went to surgery yesterday morning. He started about 7. I don't know when he ended. I know when I got out the car and going up the steps to my front porch, it was 12:44. He said the surgery was going to be 2.5 hours. I'm going to ask my husband when he gets back home because I remember hearing him when I was trying to come out of it. It was like, that it wasn't too long at all. It wasn't too long. But for me, I was knocked out. Some of the things that happened during surgery was they removed my other fallopian tube. I only had one. I had an ectopic pregnancy. I thought, he said he removed it. I thought I was out of tubes. Ain't that crazy? Because I had an ectopic at one time. And I thought we already removed that tube. And then I feel like I had another one that had like scarring in it. They thought it came from when I had my appendicitis when I was younger. I thought I already was out of tubes. But anyway, my husband said that he removed the last tube. He also, I think I told you guys, found some little stone. My husband, that's the only word he could think of. He said it was something else. I might go look in my chart and see if it has any notes from after surgery. But anyway, that... And then The only other thing, I guess, maybe they were struggling to get the uterus out of my vagina, because remember, that's where it's supposed to come from. So they had to cut me a little bit. Now, mind you, I've never given birth vaginally, so it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I felt like I got cut down there, like as if I had a whole baby. But I haven't felt anything from that. I'll tell you that much. Even when I go potty, I have pee. They want me to have a bowel movement. I have not had one of those yet. They told my husband if I didn't have one today, I needed to go back. Fingers crossed, I'm going to hopefully have one tomorrow. I know it's too much information. I have been taking stool softeners, and the nurse told my husband to give me Miralax, but he forgot. Again, not trying to give you too much information, but I have a slow bowel anyway, so I'm not really one of those. I'm not panicking yet, and I think my husband told the nurse the same thing, like, yeah, she doesn't use the bathroom like we do. So I just think that, it's just going slowly, but I will. If nothing happens in another day or two, I'll probably go back. So other than that, when I walk, I am bending over because to straighten up, there is a lot of pain. So my youngest is like, Mommy, why are you walking like that? I'm like, my stomach hurt. But I feel like overall, that's it. I'm trying to stay on top of medications. For pain, they prescribe ibuprofen and I think Oxy. Any surgery I ever had, C-section, I've had all my wisdom teeth removed about 2 years ago. They always give me Oxy. I never take Oxy. I feel like the ibuprofen is enough. As long as it isn't like super painful, I won't take it. And that's just me personally. I'm just not a medicine person anyway. So I'm not just saying, oh, Oxy and it's so bad. It's just that I'm not really a medicine person. It really takes me a lot to take medicine. I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me because her pad is so loud. Other than that, I haven't had much of an appetite. Now, let me say I have been hungry. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, let me eat that, whatever that is. I think at one point I even tried to make a half a sandwich. When I swallow, it's just not working. It's hurting. My husband also said that, my doctor said that my intestines were shifted a little bit. He didn't know if that was from having one of my children, but he apparently moved it back where it needs to go. So, I'm saying that to say that, yeah, as I'm swallowing my food and it's going down in my belly, that's when my belly's hurting. And so I told my husband tonight, I'll just keep up with soup. I had, he got me pho yesterday and, I ate that pretty well. And then today he said that he would give me another soup. I've been trying to eat lightly, nothing heavy. I think that sandwich may have been the heaviest meal I had today and it didn't go down. But other than that, y'all, I feel like overall I've been fine, not too much pain. Again, I'm staying up on my ibuprofen, taking it every 8 hours as neat as they say to. They prescribed me another medicine. I'm going to see why. Because when I read what the medicine was for, it was saying something about anxiety. Gabapentin. I'm going to figure out why they gave me that. But gabapentin is something else that I've been taking. I need to take this. But anyway, I will report back probably tomorrow morning and let you know how I'm doing. They're having a great time making breakfast. Good morning. It is a Thursday, so 2 days after my surgery. I have moved to a new location called the living room. I'm feeling better. To a certain extent, I am. Can't clear my throat. Moving around a little bit. I walked down the hall. I gathered all my things and walked in here today, but I'm still not trying to push it. I feel better. I still haven't had a bowel movement. Don't judge me. I'm going to get Miralax today. I'm going to try that before I give up on myself and go back to see my doctor. But I've been taking the stool softeners. I took a couple this morning, and I've been taking like 2 at a time because they say you can take up to 6. So that I'll probably get some Miralax. Other than that, let me think, where's my discomfort? I forgot to tell you guys that after my surgery, my doctor said that before I went into surgery, he said that they would put some dye around my bladder to examine it to make sure like nothing happened. They didn't accidentally cut it, nick it, or anything like that. And he warned me that when I urinate, it was going to be blue or green. So I've been having blue and green urine for the past couple of days, but no pain or anything like that. But other than that, I'm hungry. I feel hungry, but I still feel like when I'm eating, my stomach's not quite ready. So I've been trying to eat broth and stuff like that. Today, though, I asked my husband this morning to make me some eggs. So we're going to see if I'm able to eat those eggs. Still trying to keep it light. I did, like I said, walk down the hall today. I'm not doing too much. I'm moving too, so hopefully it'll help my bowels move. So we'll see. Other than that, I'll be here today, just healing, I guess. But I just wanted to give you guys like a small update. It's now Thursday, which will be 2 days after my surgery. And I'm doing okay. I feel a little nauseous this morning, but I took my pills first thing this morning, so it's probably the pills. Taking the ibuprofen and the stool softeners on an empty stomach. Not 100% empty, but you know what I mean. I just been eating very small meals until my stomach seems like it's ready for something bigger. But anyway, I'm not mad at all because, you know, I told my husband, I'm like, you know what, by the time I'm through with this, I might lose a good little 5 pounds. So it's going to be like, oh, no uterus, no belly. But anyway, I will keep you guys posted. I'm getting it down just fine. Hungry.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, silly. You throwing a wig down here?
Yeah. That's a new rug.
That's from my bedroom.
That's okay.
I think this is for the patio. Another umbrella to go with the umbrella I already have. This is the adjustable railing and pole thingy for the umbrella. I'm gonna let that go. Is that your hair? Oh, I like your hair. Oh, the door is open. Let me see. I just want to see what the fresh air is about. Oh, kind of feel it. Hey, Birdie. I always get Birdie. Oh, she put her nest up there. What she gonna do when we spin the thing? Oh, it's 2. So every year we get a bird's nest. Now, last year I remember there being a bird nest up there because we would see the birds constantly fly under here. Now I've noticed, and they may still have one up there. Y'all let me know if y'all see something up there. I see bird poop right there.
Yuck.
But I've noticed. What's that? Something flew on me. Ah!
Daddy. Mommy.
Daddy, it's flying. Move.
Mommy. That's just a butterfly.
It was no butterfly. That thing was a little crunchier. Daddy needs to bring the blower out here. This is dusty. Anyway, I've noticed every time I walk past the front door, I keep seeing a bird right here. And he was just sitting over here, and now I see why. Because on the ceiling fans, there are 2. There's one bird nest here, one bird nest here. The bad thing is, no, we don't cut it on all the time, but if we're sitting out here, we do turn it on. No, it's not one over there. They don't have a nest.
Is.
What?
That's the nest.
Where?
Right there.
On the fan?
Yeah. On the other fan too. It's 2 fans.
No, but I don't see the nest on that. I see the big nest right here. It's one hanging over there and there's one hanging over there. So when we turn on the fan, oh man.
It's gonna blow away.
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen. I wonder if it has any eggs in there. We need to get Daddy to look up there because I technically don't believe in moving them.
Mommy, maybe we
But my fear is we're going to forget and turn that fan on. Remind me to tell Daddy about that, okay?
Okay.
I got 2 birds' nests up there. Okay, I'm missing my show. Go sit down. Oh, you just heard us. We already been outside. We're coming back, ma'am. She's like, oh, so y'all coming outside? Look at my house, y'all. I'm down and it shows. Just stuff randomly everywhere. You know, most of this stuff on the floor belongs to you, right? Your baby doll, your baby doll. You got your boots on the ground fan over there. Hey, y'all. It is Thursday. It is Thursday evening. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that I'm walking a lot better. I'm sorry, I need to do better with my equipment, but I'm walking a lot better. There's still some soreness. I'm not 100% healed. I'm not trying to be 100% healed. I'm just letting you know that I'm not walking bent over anymore. I was bent over at first, but now I am able to stand straight. I haven't been up for long periods of time still. I did decide today to walk around the house a little bit, and I felt like for me, I needed to do that to help with the bowel movement because again, my doctor wanted me to come back yesterday if I didn't have a bowel movement. But as I told you guys before, I have a slow bowel. I already knew that. Slow bowel, slow intestine, whatever, however you say it. So I knew that if they said Wednesday, I needed to Thursday, Friday. So anyway, I did walk around today and it did help. So I won't give too much information. I'm just letting you know it did help to walk around today. I'm just ready for my old taste buds. I should take it as a sign. To be honest, I should take it as a sign because I've been saying I need to lose another 10 pounds. So at this point, I just need to not eat so I can lose this 10 pounds. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to update y'all. I think I'm on the tail end of this hysterectomy journey. I think instead of going every day because I'm kind of getting a little better, I'll just kind of start moving towards, okay, like this was my first week, and then we'll go 2 weeks, especially when I have to have my 2-week follow-up. And we'll just keep going. If anything happens, I'll just let you guys know. So as of right now, I have not had to use my Gas-X. I haven't had the gas pains that people were talking about. I kind of feel like I started feeling gassy yesterday evening, and I remember telling my husband that, oh, I'm starting to feel like, gas is probably moving through me, and I feel like the next step would be to have a bowel movement. So I did not need the Gas-X. I have been taking the stool softeners though, and that's just to make sure when I have to use the bathroom. The nurse was saying it's not just important to have a bowel movement, but it needs, oh y'all, too much information. I know, I'm sorry, but it needs to be soft. That way you don't have to push, you don't have to strain your belly, you know what I mean? So that's the whole purpose for that. And so I've been up on getting ready for shower number 2, and I'm just sit in the bed and do some real estate work. I really need to finish my real estate class, my CE, y'all. If you're a real estate agent, I've waited to the last minute. I did my gen up, but I did my CE at my own pace, and I got like 1 module left and 1 quiz left, and it's taken me 3 weeks to do it. But I was waiting until I was on bed rest or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna get that done today.
And they go, we have the program for you, and here's how you can do it. We'll even be the ones that'll play the threat actor.
If you do strawberry shortcake, I will give you my waffle.
If I sing it, you'll give me your waffle.
Yeah.
Oh.
These companies, these people or individuals are on a large scale, and we're talking in the millions that they collect on payment.
Daddy, come here.
No, you can't have none of my soda because you didn't sing strawberry cheesecake. You told me I had to sing it. Go ahead. You gotta sing first.
Strawberry shortcake.
Oh, that wasn't how you were singing it.
Strawberry shortcake. Strawberry cheesecake.
Okay. Or that it hasn't already been leaked somewhere. So it's something that's going to stay in our lives, and it's going to stay relevant. It's definitely.
Good morning. It is Friday morning. 3 days, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days after my hysterectomy. And I'm okay. I woke up feeling a little different today, and that's my fault. I took my last painkiller, which was ibuprofen, last night around 9:30ish, and I tried to sleep all night. First of all, I did not sleep well at all. I don't know what it was last night because I felt like the first 2 nights I was fine. Last night, I did a lot of tossing and turning, but I'm tossing and turning with these incisions, so it just didn't help. I woke up a few times last night. I was hot. I even got up at one point in time and took my little t-shirt gown off. I told you I got a set of these from Amazon. I took those off because I was just uncomfortable. So anyway, I finally got up a little before 8 o'clock, and I was like, I need to take my painkillers because by this time, the ibuprofen had worn off, and I could feel pain in my right side. Again, just the incisions, they were a little sore this morning, and I began to be worried about my chest. So let me tell you guys. So the early part of last year, I hope I got my years right. It had to be last year, early part of 2024, like February 24, I had what they call, I'm not going to give you the medical term. It was like a spontaneous lung collapse. And the reason why it's considered spontaneous is because I'm not a smoker. I've never been a smoker. I didn't grow up in a household of smokers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't vape or anything like that. And my lung collapsed. I was at home. I just started feeling like I was struggling to inhale. Well, let me not say that. When I inhaled, there was like a pain in my right shoulder, like in the upper part of my right back. And I just felt like I was catching my breath, but it wasn't like 100%. I let it go on for a while, but I'm telling you, my mind must have told me, like, this is not normal because I always have something going on. So for me, usually when I have things going on, I give it some time. It usually goes away. But something about this day, I think at the time I had went to Target with my girls and I picked up, at the time she was probably 2, I picked up my youngest and I just felt like I was just winded. So I took them to their grandmother's house because my husband was out of town. He was on his way back at the time. And I was like, I'm going to go to the emergency room. And I went and he was like, hey, are you a smoker or anything? And I'm like, no, I'm not a smoker. Why would you say that? And he was like, because your right lung has collapsed. So anyway, fast forward to me this morning feeling a little uncomfortable in the shoulder part. Now, granted, it could be gas, okay? Again, I may be blowing things out of proportion. But the first thing I say this morning is, my shoulder's hurting. And did my lung collapse again? My husband's like, oh, I forgot the nurse said that you should do breathing exercises every hour. Before I went back and they put me under, when the anesthesiologist came to see me and she was asking all those questions about, do I normally have any side effects from anesthesia? She asked me about that lung collapse. She was like, I see in your chart that your lung has collapsed before it. Did they give you any reason why? And I'm like, no, they just said it was spontaneous. We ran tests, we did several things, and they could not figure out the reason why. And she was like, well, we'll just keep an eye on it. And then another nurse or either my doctor came in and started talking about it again. So at that point, when my husband came into the room, I was like, they were talking about that lung collapse. And he was like, oh, I forgot all about that. So that put another worry in me. So anyway, so now that I'm inhaling and I feel this little shoulder pain, I'm like, oh my goodness, the shoulder is back. I think I'm breathing. I don't know. So it could be gas. I don't know. I'm going to take it easy. All I'm telling myself is today to take it easy, which I feel like I have been. I did move around a little more yesterday, and I do plan on at least walking because I kind of feel like, again, that keeps my bowels moving. But I'm going to try not to do too much today because, I think, long story short, it's even when you feel good, you feel like, you know what? They were concerned about me, my bladder. So me urinating, and of course I had no problem with that. They were concerned about me possibly dealing with some constipation and not being able to have a bowel movement. I did that. They were concerned about some spotting and bleeding. I didn't have any of that. So, in your head, you're like, oh, I got this. But when I woke up this morning, I just had to tell myself, like, Tia, just give yourself time to heal. That's all. You just need time to heal. It wasn't that I was getting ready to get up and do anything. But, in your mind, you're telling yourself, okay, well, it wasn't that bad. And maybe I can move around today. But I'm going to relax. I'm going to just try to relax. Even if I feel a little better, again, my body is healing. It's recovering from this surgery. So I'm just going to let it be that. So, unfortunately, I don't have anything fun planned today. No, I won't say unfortunately. But no, I will continue to take it easy and maybe look at some movies. I watched Matilda yesterday with my 3-year-old and my 9-year-old. My 3-year-old is already like, hey, can we watch movies? She just woke up. So I'm like, go have breakfast and then we'll watch movies. But we will move around. I'll get out the room again because I don't want to sit in the same room all day. So that's it. I'll report back later and just kind of let you guys know how I'm feeling, how my chest is feeling, how my shoulder is feeling. Again, it could just be gas. I did do a couple of breathing exercises and I will continue to do that. So otherwise, I will be back when it's time to come back. Hey, y'all, I have been trying to get her dad to entertain her, and he has. They just came back in and she comes straight in the bed with her mommy. Mommy's baby. I'm like, I don't want you in the bed like me. I don't feel good. I want you to go and play with your baby dolls and have fun. But she comes right back and gets in the bed with her mommy. How are you?
Good.
You feel good?
Yeah.
It's boring in the bed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not boring.
You're not boring?
No, I'm just comfy.
You just comfy?
Yeah, let's watch a movie.
Let's just watch a movie. I can't tell you how many times she's kicked me too. She stretched this morning because she was sleeping in the bed with us, and she did a little stretch, hit me. She is the cuddle type, so she has to put her feet under you. And she has hit me in my stomach so many times. I'm just like, why don't you just go in your room? But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that this is my recovery buddy. It smells so good, y'all. I'm saying a little prayer that I can get. If I get half of it down, I'll be okay. Look at my baby, y'all. She's crying because she was watching an African music video and she wants them to come to her house. I told her that she needs a lot of money to get them to come to her house or to perform for her. So she asked her daddy. And she said, Daddy, you got a lot of money? He said, not that much. And so now she's mad that he can't afford he can't afford to have an African artist perform for her at home. Oof. These YouTube kids. Hey y'all. So it's been a couple of hours since my last video, and this will probably be my last little clip for today. I've already started to edit this video, and I feel like while I'm getting ready to touch on this long issue that I should correct some of the stuff that I've been saying. I think I've been using the words lung collapse, but there is a medical term for basically what I experienced a year ago, and it's more like a pneumothorax, a spontaneous pneumothorax, and it isn't the same as like a full lung collapse. So I think, if you hear me saying, oh, like your lung collapse, oh my God, like how did you make it through and you were walking around and how do you think your lung collapsed? Now I think I'm using the term lung collapse because it's just easier to describe, but it's not like 100% your whole lung collapse. Is really where like air gets in between like the chest cavity or something like that, and it can cause like a partial collapse. You know what I mean? And that's what I went through. So to go back on my conversation this morning, I do still feel like I may be experiencing a little pneumothorax. I'm having the same feeling, which is if I inhale, this hurts. This hurts, and in my back it hurts. Again, it's not a full lung collapse, so therefore it's not that I can't breathe at all, but just talking like this, saying a lot for a long period of time, started to feel winded, so I usually take a couple of deep breaths. So anyway, going back to what my husband said too, I was looking at paperwork and I saw that they were supposed to possibly give me, or the paperwork says that they should have given me some kind of breathing instrument so that I could practice breathing every hour that I was up. So I was supposed to use this instrument 10 times every hour to help with my breathing, because lo and behold, it's not just because I've had pneumothorax before. It's because anybody that has this type of procedure can have a pneumothorax, lung collapse, whatever. And that's because, one, the position that they put you in, from my understanding, your head is down, your feet are a little more leveled or elevated. Oh, my child. And so because the pressure of everything, your organs and everything can kind of put a little more pressure on your lungs. Also because, like me, I had a laparoscopic hysterectomy. When they blow the air into you, the pressure, it's not air, it's probably carbon dioxide, one of those something they blow into you to expand your belly so that they can see what they need to see and do all the work that they need to do. The pressure from that air can also cause your lung collapse, pneumothorax, whatever. So again, I thought it was because I had this issue before that I could potentially have it again, but lo and behold, it's just part, or it's a possibility when you have a hysterectomy. So anyway, they did not give me that instrument. My husband, they gave him a lot of instructions, so I understand he completely forgot to tell me that I should be practicing my breathing. So again, I kind of feel like I'm going through it, but I've been resting. I've just decided, because when I had mine before, because it wasn't like a full collapse or anything, they didn't put a what's it called, a stent in my chest, a chest stent. They didn't do any of that because, again, mine wasn't that bad. So for me now, because I'm starting to feel that way, I'm just laying in bed, and every hour I'm definitely practicing on my breathing, because when I went to the lung doctor last year, that was all they were saying. All you can do is just wait for it to really just get better, or God forbid it get worse. So anyway, I just wanted to make that my last update for this video. I'm hoping if nothing else happens, I'll be healing, and then my videos will turn from recovery and go more towards into how I'm slowly getting back into a normal routine. I'm not rushing it, but yeah, hopefully those videos start looking a little normal, because I am getting a little cabin fever. Not too much. I mean, I don't need to be outside, but even if I can go to Starbucks and get me a matcha, would be great. But anyway, other than that, I will post another video soon. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn on the notification bells if you would like to stay up on my journey post-op hysterectomy. Other than that, I'll talk to y'all soon.